executed to perfection.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll look to throw again. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect we'll go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Extra point by Carson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll find Schwartz complete right side.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They go play action here on first down.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Touchdown, Seattle. his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point on Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a good play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
This one finds Austin at right.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten him down here, but now is when you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. It's a quarterback sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They'll try and run for it, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Completes it to Austin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. In motion left is Watkins. Now back to throw. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They're going to look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And now off to the races, down the right side. The 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this run of interceptions and great plays this game has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. There he goes, right side. 20, 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Well, he got pretty darn close to a 3-digit interception return for a touchdown.
And what we learn on plays like that is just how far it is from end zone to end zone. That's a long way to go, isn't it? He gave a valiant effort trying to get there, but a great job staying with it in pursuit and running him down before he could get there for a touchdown.
Let's go now.
How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll try and run this one right up the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 2. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll pitch this out to Pollard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit